Phone record.
Okay, good day, peoples. We're back again, just us in America. And as you all know, we're upon the Justice or Else March. And of course, we'll be talking about a whole lot of things. Apparently relevant to what's going on right now. And I'm sure everyone's aware of the shooting that just took place in Oregon. And it just brings to mind how the country is like in a tailspin when it comes to the violence that's going on and other things that we face. The first march was, of course, about atonement and reconciliation. And we've had a lot of black men who have taken up the torch to correct a lot of things. Of course, none of us are perfect. You know, we don't want to make excuses because we all have work to do. And I know that I do. I have a lot of work to do because I have a young daughter who's 16, and, you know, there's a lot of things that I have to do. And so, again, we are trying to do the best thing that we can and try to position ourselves so that we can be the kind of dads and fathers that, you know, our children need us to be. You know, Mr. Todd over here, he just had a brand new daughter and, you know, a beautiful young lady and young daughter. And so we'd just like to know your thoughts on what's going on today. And I would say that, you know, this recent shooting is relevant to a lot of the black killings. And that might sound a little cruel, but I've said it was going to happen. And it's going to happen again. So it's not surprising. You know? What do you think, Todd?
Me personally, really the shootings are starting. We can take it back to Columbine. That was probably like the first one where individual whites, or, you know, or groups of whites, you know, went into a school and mass killed a whole lot of basically their own people. Basically, what I'm saying is that I know there's a lot of people out there that they deal in their form of spiritualism, you know, i.e. Christianity. It even says in this book, it says that in the Old Testament, God said an eye for an eye. Now, a lot of Christians nowadays, they say since Jesus came, he came and cemented the word that eye for an eye thing is not relevant no more. But Jesus, he said that when he came, he didn't come to change nothing that his Father said. He said he came to just make the word cement. He said, didn't he say that everything that comes out of my mouth is from him? Mm-hmm. So I don't know what they getting into, what they talking about. I mean, I might start to go here and there, but that's what Jesus told Nicodemus. Nicodemus told him how you know, I can be born again, you know. And Jesus said this thing goes here and there and everywhere. It's all over the place. You know, you're born again, you become a new person, you get knowledge of self, you understand what your spiritual connection is to your God. Whoever you say your God is. So I see these shootings as what he said. He used to build with his disciples. His disciples used to always question him about why are you coming at us in parables? Why don't you just make it plain? And so
We record.
And so, why don't you just make these words you're saying to us plain? And Jesus got to one point where he used to get angry with them because, you know, they should have had the hindsight of being with the master to be able to decipher these things. Jesus said, look, this is to be true that all these things must happen before everything is fulfilled. Talking about calamities, murders, and everything. Basically, like one of his parables, brother might correct me if I'm wrong. One of his parables was when the soul was planting the seeds. And when the weeds came, and at the end, you saw what was good and bad through what he planted. So what's happening is, with these shootings, is that all these things, regardless that whatever God you say you believe in or how you see God, me personally, we'll get to that later on. You know what I'm saying? I say the black man's God.
Oh, always.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in later segments. But it's all, everything is everything. All these things that are happening is just like Jesus said. Everything's getting separated because the wrong that these people have done to his people through the line of Judah, everything was going to come back. And it's coming back in folds. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're talking folds, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and to the hundreds.
That's right.
So all these people that's getting knocked off, and like Obama said the other day, Obama said, look, he said, how many times I got to get on TV and this is becoming rudimentary now. I'm saying the same thing. You know, I got to come up here. I'm sending condolences out to the families of everybody. It's repetitive now. You know what I'm saying? He sent out words to the NRA about, can you see what's going on? I mean, these people are having easy access to these guns and that, but these people don't care about that because you know why? These people's genetic makeup is savage. The animals, they don't care. They've been killing and gutting and bleeding and lynching and whatever words you want to put on it to degrade humanity from the time they came out the mountains and the Caucasus. You know, because when we get into my lessons, only a few of those that was up in them Caucasus got civilized by Musa to understand who they really was. The rest of them, thousands and thousands and thousands that was up there, savages came down with diseases. They came down with an eager mind to destroy civilization, to destroy anything that came from the original man, black. So everything that's happening to them, Oregon, and probably next week, who knows, wherever it might be, or 2 weeks from now, or whatever. That's what they want. They want to kill everything. They don't care if it's they people. They don't care if it's us. They don't care. Because they want to instill that fear at all costs. And a lot of these people that are doing these things, they're mental health patients. They don't care about that. They keep coming up with these, we need to have a mental health panel, sit down, da. Man, you should have been did this. All this talk is just to keep all the loopholes open. It's just more paperwork on the table. They don't care about nothing. What they care about is that at the end, they want to be on top, and they want everybody to be gone, dead. If they're not dead, they want houses like how they used to houses, on plantations. I mean, they got us like that now in projects. If you don't have no money to get out of the projects, and if you do have money to get out of the projects, you're still subjected to them pulling you over. It don't matter how much money you got. If you black, they're going to still treat you as a nigga or what you are in their mind. They don't care. So, I'm telling you, this March, let me get in a second. This March, Saturday, 10/10/15, all you brothers and sisters, black, brown, yellow, and red, and even those white people, or we call in our lessons Muslim sons, those that know who they are, that are around us and get taught and are civilized and are trying to come up out of they bastard seed birth to teach they people something. You need to bring some of your people there. Don't be scared of all the beautiful colors that you're gonna see out there, because it's gonna be a civil day. Come out there and get something in your head so you can take it back to your suburban communities and teach these people that these people are not what we think they are. You know, study your people's history and see the craziness that your people has brought upon our people. Because if it don't, just like the title of this march, Justice or Else, the first part of that, justice, is gonna happen. Because justice is a reward or penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Justice is a reward when you understand who you are and you come out of your doldrums and be that king that you really are, or that queen that you are. But if you can't do that, then you get the or else. And the or else, we've been holding this back for decades and decades and decades, but we're tired of seeing our black brothers and sisters get murdered, brown, black, brown, yellow and red brothers and sisters get murdered, left out in the streets, behind apartment buildings, in the back of police cars, in the jails, in the prisons. You know, the government subjugating us to whatever they want to do, you know, however they want to swindle us or whatever. You know, the time is up. Their time was up in 1914 for those that know. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason that it's still here is because we didn't come together to run them up off of here. Like General Monk did back in the day when he wrapped up and ran them over the hot Arabian desert and sent them up into the mountains. Like the minister said, it's or else. If you